tells you. But the thing that you want to do that I think everybody, I don't know if anybody said it, what is actually the glue to your relationship? It's certainly not. Now, if a woman just wants to hear a man say, I love you, and he respects you and blah, 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 that doesn't mean that he sincerely loves you. Where is your emotional and mental connection? That's what keeps people together. You can see people lovey-dovey all day long, and he still cheats, and he does whatever he chooses to do. But when you get to know that person for who they are down to their core, that is when a relationship begins, and that is a quality that you want. You want someone that tells you his whole being, not that he loves you. That's superficial. They tell every woman that, I love you, baby, and what happens, and then they get into bed with them. That doesn't mean much of anything. But when a person shows you by their actions and their deeds, and you can talk to them and they can talk to you about anything, it doesn't matter. You're not afraid to go to him and say, hey, listen, when such and such happened, can we talk about that? Because I really didn't like that. You have to have a bond with somebody. It has to be a deep, deep bond. What is your foundation? My foundation is not going to be just love, because that's an emotion. My foundation is not going to be a provider. I can work for myself. My protection, depending on what you're protecting. Are you protecting my mental? Are you protecting my physical? What are you protecting? Respect should be something that's honored anyway. You understand what I'm saying? And self-control, I don't know where that comes in at. But what is your foundation for you even being with that individual? Because he does those things, you can do those yourself.
Okay.
So they're not.
That you can definitely do for yourself. I could protect myself. I could provide for myself. I could show myself all the kind of love. But to me, the 3 P's, or the 3 things that I look for first, even before I give a man the time of day, is someone who will come to me with respect and humility, a king himself. And those 3 P's, it's not just to say a man to say I love you. No, but the underlinement of those 3 P's for me, I'm not just going to stop at protect me.
Eresica, we're getting a feedback from you.
Yeah, we're having a feedback. Lizzie, hold on. I think Eresica, we're having a feedback from Eresica, so we didn't hear much of the things you said.
Roxy.
Now, I did hear her say that she could provide and do those things for herself. But my thing is, when you sit down and you talk to a man, what is your conversation? You should already know what you want. What is your conversation? You write down the things that you want. You write down. I always tell everybody, write down 10 to 20 things that they're looking for in a man. If those 3 P's are all you're looking for, that's every man. But the thing of it is what's your emotional connection? Your emotional connection is what you need. There are things unseen. That's what I look for.
Have a conversation with a man to know where his mindset is and to understand where his growth is, period. To understand that he is a man to hold you up. Because regardless of what, say we are women, as much as you say, oh, I'm almighty powerful, no matter what situation you find yourself in, or how educated you are, or what kind of job you carry, every woman needs a man by their side, period. Every woman needs a man by their side. You have a different.
See, I don't really believe that is. I don't believe that's so, because to me that's a weakness for a woman if she needs a man by her side. I don't believe that. I think that's old. I think that's really old reasoning, because you know what, women can take it themselves. What we're looking for is someone as a companionship. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's your mindset.
If my car breaks down on the highway, I need a man to change the tires. Though I can do it myself, I want my man to do that.
Well, I have triple A. I got triple A, and I just call triple A. So
Okay, hold on.
You see what I'm saying?
Hold on, Lizzie, hold on. Roxy, hold on. So Lizzie has already given us a 3 P's. She's always going to defend it because that's her 3 P's. Roxy, I'm going to come back to you.
I never got the last one. But I mean, these are things I just don't want that on the surface top. I want to know who you are inside, who you are down, who you are. That if I do fall apart and I need protection, I know exactly what you're going to do for me. You didn't tell me, but you showed me.
Okay, Roxy, I'm going to get back to you.
And I don't.
You are going to tell us the qualities of a good man. Roxy, just hold on right there. Kwame wanted to share something with us. What did you want to share with us?
Sure. I mean, I was going based on protection. As in, a man does not have to tell you, say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. Most men will say they're gonna do it, but after a while, whatever they are doing, or they said to you, said they're gonna do it, they will end up not doing. It's always better to literally like take the action of the man as your protection. You don't have to expect anything. You have to like take the protector, like um, let's say the attitude will tell you if the man is gonna protect you or not.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me read some few comments on Facebook before I come back to Roxy. Roxy,
let me come in here.
okay.
Some men will tell you, but they don't do it. Yes.
But
I will prefer you tell me and you don't do it, because it tells me who you are.
Right.
And I have confidence in you.
So my
if I'm
point
emotionally connected to you, and I trust you, and I know how to communicate with you well, then whatever that you say that you're gonna do for me, you sure you're gonna do it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Eresica. I think that you wanted to defend what Kwame said. So let me read some few messages. Tachini says, you all should put the books away and talk about the real life stuff. Thank you, Roxy. And then we are really going to argue about every woman needing a man by their side. Modern women read too many books. Jeez. Tachini, do you think I don't read books? If you can call AAA, there is 99% chance that a man is gonna show up. Okay, that's Tachini's choice.
Okay, I pay for my AAA, and every time I call, a man shows up and he takes care of my car. Now, I don't know about his car. They may not show up for him because he's a man, but I know how they show up. But my point was this, that why do women always feel that they have to have a man to do things for them?
That's
if your man, if something happens to your man, what are you really holding on to? The things he said. Suppose he cannot fulfill those things. It's just like you said Kwame is sitting next to you. That's his name, Kwame.
Yeah.
Okay, he's sitting there. Now, if he was with me and he couldn't do something, our relationship should be such that whatever he couldn't do, I can pick it up. That's a couple. That's a relationship. I'm not depending on him for everything because he may falter.
Definitely.
He may falter and he can't do it. I have to be his support team. That is what a couple does. That is a relationship. It's not superficial things. I'm not looking for him to come home and say, babe, here's your whole paycheck. If he does it, that's fine. And I'm such an independent woman that I wouldn't or ask him or say, babe, this is what we need. Let's sit and talk about it. Let's have conversation. I'm not expecting a lot of that. I just want the person that he is. That's why I want to get to know his core. See, and that helps me to move as a woman so that we can stay together. I'm just not that type of dependency that is superficial. I don't want him to be a superficial man and say, well, you know what? I can do this for you and I can do that. I don't want to hear that foolishness. I want to know who you really are. Let's talk about this. Let's sit down and talk. Because I need to know his mind. He knows if I falter, I got him. If he fall, vice versa. That's a real relationship. These are qualities in a man that I'm looking for. That's what I want. I want somebody that we can talk and we know I got you. Because no matter what happens, we are there for each other. And it's not a matter, I have to have you, you don't have to have me, but we got each other. You know how they say, I got you, babe? I got you.
I got you. Yeah. Thank you so much, Roxy. Yeah. So, Roxy, you're going to summarize your qualities. Give me 3 good qualities of a good man. Hold on right there before you go on with that. Please, are you all married? Sonny Vanderpoy. Sonny, I think almost half of us is married. Why, do you want a wife? Or what do you want to know? That's a message from Facebook.
What happened?
I'm going to get back to you, Roxy. I have a message on Facebook. Nana, do you know who Sonny is?
Yes, I know. Yes.
Okay. Okay, maybe Sonny wants a wife. I don't know.
No, he's probably questioning what we're saying.
Oh, okay. I thought he needed a wife. Okay, Roxy, so give me your 3 qualities we should look for in a good husband or man.
The number one thing that I think is extremely important is, first of all, honesty.
Okay.
I'm not going to test your honesty because I'm believing what you're saying. I'm not going to put you through a whole lot of rigmarole. The next thing we want to talk about is communication. Let's lay our foundation. We're not going to have any secrets. We're going to talk about it. If you think something is going to upset me, talk to me about it anyway. Don't hold those things in because they're deal breakers. And the third
So honesty, protection.
No, I didn't say protection. I said communication. She wants protection. And communication. The third thing is what I really am looking for in a man is to be someone who has a spiritual side to him, because that is what actually solidifies the relationship, is having a spiritual side of that individual. I'm not saying he has to be this, but I need somebody who has a belief in something a little bit higher than him.
Oh.
And my first requisite is to be honest. And I can tell when you tell your first lie, there's no reason to lie to me, because I'm not the type of woman that's going to scream and holler if you don't tell me. And you can't say that I'm telling you what you want to hear, because you don't know what I want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Because I need you to, once we get to know each other, we'll know how to deal with each other. But some women don't take the time to do that. They stay on the superficial top layers because they're afraid to go any deeper. We need to dig deeper and talk. Talk about everything and not be afraid to discuss it with our partners. Because if you don't discuss it with your partner, he surely has someone else to discuss it with. And I want to make a firm foundation with whom I'm with. And that's what I'm looking for. And it doesn't matter to me if I have a man by my side for protection. I've been fine all this time. So it's not like I'm rushing into anything. And things are taken care of. And I'm not looking for that. I just don't understand how women can always feel that they have to have somebody beside them for protection. And Kwame, I want to know your thoughts on what I'm saying, if you agree, because you have some really valid points that I appreciated that you were saying. So, these are the things that I'm looking for: honesty, open communication, and someone who has a spiritual side to them. If you have those things, we're going to build our foundation on honesty. That's our foundation. That's our building, just like building a house. So we build a strong foundation on honesty. We start putting our walls up. That's communication. We're talking to each other. We know exactly what to do. If I get into a situation, you're going to look at me and I'm going to look at you and I'm going to wink my eye and you say, I got you, babe.
Right.
That's how it should be.
And also,
you understand what I'm saying? He should know.
A lot of women who have been single for a very long time also, they tend to defend when somebody say, oh, you do need a man. Definitely, you do need a man by side. But I'm not saying that women should lose themselves within the man. Definitely, because a man can get up one day and be like, my mind has changed. I don't want this relationship. I don't want this marriage anymore. I'm gone. And what would you do? Because as a woman, you have lost yourself within that husband or boyfriend.
You know what? I wasn't raised in that era that I needed a man. Okay. I have my own identity and I'm my own individual. And I love men. I didn't say I didn't have a man. I'm just telling you the man I'm looking for.
To me, we are supposed to balance out each other. I cannot be with my other female. Just like you're saying here, talking about all the qualities that we see in a man, that's the qualities that I want to see in my partner. Because somebody you're saying, oh, let me get to know who you are. People fake. Men fake. Men can fake their personality and who they are to you until they finish with you. So at the end of the day, I'm saying I need them in my side. I'm not going to lose myself within the man. I can do all these things for myself, but at the end of the day, too, I need a king to lead me as a queen, period.
Okay, so that is your submission, Lizzie. And Roxy is Roxy. Before I come back to you, you have some questions for Kwame. So did you support what Roxy was saying?
Yeah, I did. The only thing I'll add to it is respect.
Or you want to add respect to what Roxy said.
Yes.
So you agree to the communication, honesty, and somebody who believes in whatever he or she spiritual belief for Roxanne. And then you're going to add.
Thank you, Kwame. I'll add that to my list as well. And you know what? I was thinking in communication, that was just something that was that would go along with the communication, the honesty. So I appreciate you saying that.
Okay. No okay. So Erasika, are you there? Oh no. Before I get to Erasika, I think we have a couple of people on. Nana, we have
Adia is still on. Yeah, Adia is still on. Adia, are you still there?
Yeah,
I think better and the Abrafona does into Mr. Cabra from my media.
Okay. No problem. But I've been trying to get you guys, but I don't know. I've been calling the studio line
Oh, really?
just to wish you guys. Yeah. I
so
don't know if
sorry
you can
about
add me to the group.
Hi,
I'll be so grateful. Hi. I miss you guys. My phone is Papa.
Yes,
We
sir.
miss you so
My
much
phone is-
too.
Yeah, I
Ah,
miss
So
you
I
all.
let it and I busy champagne. I'm missing
So
I
before I
tell
said
you,
I'm not quite there,
let me
so
greet
let me
you
read
guys.
Uncle Ato. Uncle Ato, I would be glad if you can join. So I'll say Jeff Bezos is it Bezos? Bezos, yeah, Jeff Bezos was a protector and a provider. So he was a protector and a provider. Who is Jeff Bezos? Oh, that's my bad. Okay, so back to you, Adiende. What is your submission? What submission do you want to make for today?
Yeah. Let me. No, I'm just calling to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's been a while. I tried to wish you guys. I'm just listening to the show today with the whole family. So,
Thank you.
I think I'll agree with Rocky with what she was saying. Like, the communication is very key. So, I think if the communication is okay, I think everything will be easy for the two partners. Yeah. So let me leave you guys to continue. I'm behind you guys, just listening. Yeah. Let me leave you guys.
Okay, thank you very much, Adiede. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining. Let me remind you guys that the show is brought to you by Ohima Afrique, Ecstasy Cake, Modern Age Jewelry, Osquabis Graphics, Classic Glow Soaps, Sunny Gold Products, Ekahumbi, and Edit Media Abreu. And then World Remit, the better way to send money. If you want to send money across the world, everywhere, just download the app. You can send money to everybody. We have low charges. But I say, if you want to distribute Sunny Gold Products, we have Sunny Gary Mix, Sunny Tom Brown, Sunny White Sugar, Sunny Shuttle. Sunny Products is here in the USA. If you want to distribute, if you want to be a key distributor, just get in touch with me on Facebook, Nanahima GH, or our Facebook pages, Aquabat Radio. Any of our pages, just get in touch with us and we'll help you to distribute. If you want to buy as an individual for your home too, we are going to deliver to you at wherever you are. Back to the studios. Nana, over to you.
All right, 703-659-0625. This is the critical relationship issue. We're talking about 20 qualities of a good husband. That tells you, say, he's going to be a marriage material. What do I feed into us? Thank you very, very much. It's Miss Roxy. Can you hear me? Is she still on?
Yeah, Miss Roxy Johnson is still on.
I can hear you.
Okay, you can.
I've been walking all over the house.
Okay, I know. But at one point, Hima's place, she also brought up intimate relationship. How important does intimacy play in a relationship?
Why you turn around and look this way now? You weren't looking this way before, but when you said intimate relationships, your whole head turned around. What's up with you?
Who? Me?
I'm just messing with you, Kwame.
Oh, Kwame.
I've been watching you. You can't see me, but I can see you with that big, gorgeous smile.
Thank you.
Kwame, you married? I just want to know. Are you married?
I'm not married.
He's single.
You married?
That's my elder brother.
I don't care. I just asked him a question, girl. I ain't talk about you. Don't be trying to get in our business.
He's 2 days older than me. 2 days.
Well, you know what? This is what I wanted to say.
Okay.
You know how I always feel about intimate relationships before marriage, because you know what?
Mm-hmm.
That's considered just sex, and anybody can have that. And it was a gentleman on here that said, "Oh, I'm not going to marry anybody I don't have sex with." Well, if you do that all of your life, it doesn't become anything. It's just sex. But when you love someone, you can wait for that intimate relationship to happen. Mm-hmm. And I really don't think that they're deal breakers, because that means you may sleep with 5, 10, 15 people before you find the right person. I don't understand that. I honestly don't. So for me, we're not doing that, because you can do that with anybody. Now, some women, they don't understand it. They sleeping with all these guys thinking they're going to marry them. But keep in mind, the same thing you gave them, somebody else will too. Mm-hmm. Before marriage. That's just a common thing today. It holds no kind of relevance. It holds no kind of dignity for a woman, because he slept with you, he slept with this one, he slept with that one. Mm-hmm. Until he decides he may never ever decide, and you'll still be sitting there waiting. And then a woman always feels a certain way because we feel humiliated because we slept with that man and he's gone.
Okay.
And then we blame ourselves. And then he says, well, you know, it really wasn't what I wanted. Don't you remember? Now, remember that gentleman that he said his wife hadn't slept with him in all that time?
Yes.
The only important thing for him was sex.
Mm-hmm.
And what did he do? He went right to another woman. He couldn't get to the core of what he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
He went right to the other woman, and all they had was sex. So that showed me,
Mm-hmm.
and as I thought about it,
Mm-hmm.
is that really
Mm-hmm.
a key point in a relationship? If you're just going to leave
Mm-hmm.
and go on and go with somebody else, it's no.
Mm.
So women have to really think about their dignity, and they have to think about their pride.
Okay.
That, you know.
Mm-hmm. But
I've always felt
that's
that way.
with the society. We come from a masculine society. If everybody will agree with me, and sometimes the women are always submissive. They over submit. That's what I can say. So sometimes they don't participate, or they are always looking up to the man to provide for them. Okay, that is where I think some of these issues.
You call that over submission?
They don't fight for themselves. They don't like to do some don't like to do everything for themselves, right? Yeah. They always want to depend on the guy to provide it for for them, and that is when this submissive comes in. That's why I say sometimes they over submit. They go, they do too much, and then no respect, because when
also that takes away the respect.
That takes away the respect. Most guys will agree with me. Say if woman does not do anything, always sitting at home or sitting there for the guy to provide, they will lose their respect. Sometimes most of the guys now want you. What are you also bringing to the table, right? They are not. You are not coming in just to put your hand in your in between your legs and just sit there for the guy to always provide for you. You also have to do something. Okay, that is when I think some of these issues comes in. Roxy?
No, I believe it wholeheartedly, and I agree with you 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I really and truly do, because some women are looking for a man to just take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's not a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
That it can't be a partnership. It doesn't even solidify the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to be able to take care of myself, because if something actually happened to the man I was with, I would have to do it. Yes. And so I understand what you mean. And some of them think that they can just sit around and be doll babies all day long.
Exactly. Doll babies is the way to choose.
And it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
That's not even a relationship, you know? Mm-hmm. So I don't agree with that part. I agree with you totally. A woman should be able to bring something to the table.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
really should.
Yeah, so next week, I want us also to discuss the qualities of a good wife, or somebody that will be a good wife. I want us to discuss the qualities of that, because people just go into this dating thing without knowing what to expect, and they go in and they go like what Rosie, are you still there? Is Rosie still here?
I'm here.
Okay, good.
I'm here.
For your example with your ex-husband, if I may use that, with your mindset going in, like you going to church, you met a guy in the church, right? You met a guy in church thinking that he's holier than thou, and then come to find out.
Jessica spoke about that from the beginning.
Yeah, and then come to find out.
Seeing somebody in church.
Yeah. And then they make wrong choices, picking up the guy from the wrong place. Maybe even your husband may not be. You are not going to meet your husband in a church. Okay, maybe you're going to meet your husband on the street, some maybe Starbucks or maybe in a club or something. That is where you're going to meet the guy that you are compatible with. Okay, so going into the church to find somebody, that means that the guy is going to be perfect. He's going to take all the box for you, the communicator, good respect, and all that blah 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 stuff that is on your wish list. That hopefully, maybe yes. So it could be it's different. It can happen for you. It may not also happen for you. So it depends on how. And sometimes you are not going to get a guy 100%. Okay, sometimes you have to compromise a little bit. Maybe find something in the guy that will help you, and then you can actually groom the guy. Or you cannot change him 100%. You can't change anybody 100%, but at least you can steer him towards where you want him to be. Okay, with your help, and it now goes back and forth. All comes in the communication, how you guys are compatible with each other, how you relate to each other, how you talk to each other, how you hold hands, how you show affection, how you show respect, how you trust each other. If you have all that on the table, building on top of that too, to groom the guy or to steer him or to shape him however you want, you get there. you get it. But I think a 20 list is a huge list. Maybe you bring it down to 5, and then you build on top of that. That is my take, Ahima.
You know what? And I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was saying foundation, communication. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, just like it was said, but to me, there was nothing solid in those 3 things. You need some solidification. Yes. That is your whole foundation. Yeah. And the reason I gave 20 is because most people can't come up with 20 things that they really want in a person. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they can't even think of 5, to be honest. Mm-hmm. And so that's why I said the foundation is extremely important. Kwame, I hope you're coming back next week, because if you're not on, I'm not coming. Okay? I'm not coming if he's not coming. I'm on the kid. I'll be here.
He'll be joining us.
I mean, definitely. I will also say communication is definitely important. But also, like I said, I'm still sticking with my 3 P's. Mm-hmm. But in any relationship, definitely you need conversation. You need to understand each other. You can have a conversation with your partner, but yet there's no understanding. That's still not going to make a good relationship or a good partnership. To me, you could have a great communication with someone, but they won't be able to provide for you. Mm-hmm. They won't be able to protect you. Mm-hmm. They might not show you affection or love. Mm-hmm. So that is also what you said. I also combine that with my 20 things that makes a great husband. But as we were speaking from the beginning, when you wasn't here, we had to choose 3. So I chose those 3 things to stand on, because that's what I feel like is most important. Because, truth be told, I had someone I used to talk to, and he was a great communicator, but at the end of the day, he was lazy. Mm-hmm. All he wanted to do was sit home and just communicate, talk. Are you going to work today? What are you doing?
Let me ask you, how long did you let him sit at home?
I didn't let him sit at home. That was who he was. And so I learned that even though you're a great communicator, you could pray with me, you could do Bible studies with me. At the end of the day, what are you doing after that? Did you get up?
But I'm saying, when I said how long did you let him sit at home, what I meant was how long were you in a relationship with him? That's what I meant.
Oh, I wasn't in a relationship. I was getting to know him. I don't jump into a relationship. I get to know a person first. So at the end of the day, knowing the kind of person he was, that wasn't something I was going to settle for. I wasn't even going to accept a date from him, because at the end of the day, you're lazy. There's no ambition, even though you're a great communicator. Yeah. So if you're a great communicator and you cannot provide for me with no ambition, I'm not dealing with you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Lizzie. Lizzie joined us from New York. Roxy joined us from... Roxy, are you still in Orlando?
No, I'm in New Jersey. I'm closer to Nana. You have to move back this way so you can come and visit, and we can have some food together. I haven't had jollof rice in years now. I'm just really sad. Nobody's taking care of me here. No jollof rice, no African restaurants. I have to go to Maryland.
Kwame's for you. Kwame said he's going to cook for you.
Kwame, you know what? And I'm coming because I enjoy eating. Trust me, I do. But I really enjoyed myself. Tomorrow, next week, I'll prepare better for you guys, and I'll know. Sure, but I have to really work on my Skype, sweetie, okay? Because it's really not working, okay?
Yeah, it was a short notice, and we do appreciate your time because it was a very short notice. We are going to have a meeting right afterwards.
I'm so upset, Ahima, because I look so cute today with my top and everything on. So I'm going to wear it next week because you'll never know what it looked like anyway. So I can just put
Roxy
it right back on.
Roxy made me wear this, Nana. Roxy was like, I'm going to be glittering today, so you have to...
and she came glittering, and I'm glittering with my earrings. Girl, listen, Ahima, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put on my wig next week, too, and I'm going to bat my eyes and everything. I'm going to have a good time next week, okay? You know, because I have fun.
Thank you so much, Roxy,
Thank you so much for having me on, Kwame. Nice to meet you. Look forward to seeing you next week.
I'll be here.
And, all right. I'm so happy.
Thank you, Roxy. Thank you, Roxy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So that was Roxy, Mistress of Love. She's a counselor. When it comes to relationships, she's an expert. Thank you so much. We are glad to have you. Lizzie, thank you so much, Sissy, for joining. I'm sure so we're joining you. Roxy,
are you sure you're going to be here next week?
Yeah, of course. I'm going to.
Yeah, he's going to join.
Yeah, somebody said she's going to watch you next week, so please come.
Eresica, yenka tree woko. Entino.
I just want to say thank you to Lizzie. Lizzie, I like your input. That was a wonderful one there. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lizzie. Next week,
and that's Lizzie, they're not kind, and that's the mistake a lot of people make, right?
Yes,
and Eresica, and makes that mistake.
Yes.